is a good podcast. Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock. This is a good podcast.
But they've got a few monologues in it, so it might be a little bit longer.
Do you want to give us a taste? Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock. I started recording. Jake was in the middle of a pitch for a scripted episode.
So I have a script, but it involves me, you, and Xander. But
Okay.
Kat, who is here, welcome, Kat.
Welcome,
everybody.
Kat. Thank you for being back.
Kat, you could play the role of Xander if you want.
Oh,
How would you play Xander? What just like top 3 things you know about Xander? How you would like breed that into your character?
And go be Xander right now.
Horrible, unlikable, and
bisexual and proud.
Fake bisexual.
Fake bisexual.
God
Whoa,
damn.
which direction is he faking? We're doing bi erasure earlier on the show this week.
It's impossible to be bisexual.
That's a fun take.
Okay.
That's good.
Here's the thing: you're either straight or you're pansexual. There's no in between.
Okay. Wait.
We can't fuck it. You're not ready for this conversation.
I need to revise what I said about Xander.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think of Xander as a fake bisexual,
Right.
but rather someone whose bisexuality, which is real,
And he's fake.
is based on getting attention.
Ooh.
Which not all
Whoa,
bisexual
shit.
are.
Holy shit! This is gonna get cut. This is all getting cut.
This is whoa, man. Maybe just send this to Xander isolated. Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock.
For the first time. Welcome to the
first
show.
time.
So I have a pitch.
You have a pitch. Great. I was doing an intro. Do you want to? You cut me off. Do you want to do the rest of the intro?
Do you want to just start the episode over for a third time?
Sure. Yeah.
Go for it.
Hey, welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock. This is Fisher, and today I'm joined by 2 of my favorite people. It's Kat and Jake. Hey. Hello.
Hi.
This is a podcast in Austin where we do the funny things sometimes. We're recording on a Monday. I'm very tired. Thank you
I'm
for being
so
here.
tired.
I'm tired.
Yeah. Well, you guys have excuses. You have a reason you're tired. I went to bed at like 11 last night.
Oh,
We were partying hard last night.
on a bridge.
On a bridge, Montopolis. Maybe I shouldn't say the bridge.
That's
it
the
doesn't get
abandoned
police
one,
stitching.
right? That's over kind of like South Austin.
Yeah, Southeast Austin.
It's not abandoned.
Yeah, in fact, they've actually recently did a project to renovate it.
By abandoned, I mean it used to be you could drive cars on it. Now you can't.
As of 2018, you cannot anymore.
That's what I
Wow.
meant.
So if cars aren't using something
That's
anymore,
right.
it's considered abandoned.
I'm pro extra lanes.
Yes.
That's what I'm here for.
That would have been a great extra lane, and it's not there now. Instead, it is a bike path now. It's a walking path, and also
It was in moderate use, especially, I would say heavy use for like 11, 12 p.m. at night.
that's
Really?
right. A lot of people, we set up in the middle of it. There were some noise acts who did their thing, and then our band role play. Shout out role play.
Shout out role play.
We played.
Do you have you have socials? I'll link that. Do you have like a website or anything?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
That's not, having a website is not punk rock.
Yeah, that's that's true.
You're right. I take it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're correct.
Yeah, think before you speak, Fisher.
Yeah. What is more punk rock? Just like, how do you promote yourself as a punk rock band these days if you don't have a website?
Praxis.
Praxis. Shut up.
Organic follower. Oh, we did gain an organic follower.
Really?
There was a woman and her boyfriend, husband, I don't know.
Okay.
Who just, we were like talking after one of the sets, and she came over and she was just like, I just want to let you all know that what you're doing here is beautiful and that everyone should just be themselves. And like in a way that like made me scared that she was gonna like take off her shirt and there would be like a cop uniform underneath.
What you're doing is beautiful.
Yeah.
And you're going away for 6 to 8 years.
But then she said that she just like lurks around this bridge and hopes that a show starts, and has been to like 3 other shows before this.
People do shows on that bridge a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We got to keep it on the down low, though. We don't want the police
No
finding
one
out.
listens to this show.
You don't
No one
catch on.
listens to the show.
Do y'all have any pro cop stories? Like any experiences with cops that were good? I was thinking about this the other night. I have exactly one interaction with a police officer that I think was positive.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so I was in high school.
Yeah.
And me and my friends, we could all drive at this point. We were hanging out in the parking lot, and then we were leaving. And we left in kind of a caravan. So my buddy Justin turns at the intersection. It's a T right outside of our school. He turns without putting a signal on.
Okay.
We see in the distance a cop. His lights come on to come flag him down for it, to come give him a ticket for not, using a signal. Before the cop reaches Justin, my other friend Tim blatantly runs through the stop sign and just turns right in front of the cop. We heard him yell, "No cop, no stop," and then turned
dummy.
and ran in front of the cop that he didn't notice, and the cop immediately stopped focusing on Justin and did a U-turn and pulled my friend Tim over.
And this is a good story?
It was very funny. It was so funny that what a way to get bailed out of a police. And the police officer, still not the greatest in the story, but that's the most pro cop story I have.
Yeah.
Well, let me rephrase that. The most pro cop doing their job story. I've met some cops in their off time that I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, my friend's dad was a cop, and he coached my fifth grade baseball team, and that was pretty cool. He was fun.
But it doesn't count if they're off hours,
Right. Well, I think yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying pro cop doing their job actually made your life better.
So we had a very charismatic female, school cop in middle school. I don't know what those are real cops.
I don't know. Sometimes they are. I think at my high school they were.
She acted like she wore a uniform. Like
sometimes
she was a
they're
real
just
cop,
random people with guns.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, do they have a gun? That's
she
the
was
sign
not
of a
like
cop.
a security guard. She was more of it did seem like mostly what she did was things that were kind of like social work, but for some reason she had a badge. It's sketchy as fuck, but she was very sweet. And I did get recruited for the stings, alcohol stings, where you where
you could raid the black students' backpacks.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I did get recruited. No, it's just you walk into a Hy-Vee. Okay, that is a Midwestern HEB.
Oh, I know Hy-Vee.
I know.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Where are you from?
Iowa.
I'm from Kansas. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, I know Hy-Vee.
So, you just go in and you try to buy beer or whatever.
Oh, so you were a undercover.
Yeah, you're
you were like a narc.
You're 13, 14 maybe, and
Cat was a narc?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Did you look old enough to buy alcohol?
I mean, I certainly don't think that I did.
Sure.
I was very nerdy looking.
And nerds are young.
Nerds are young. That's a true fact.
And I didn't have big tits or anything, so I think I was obviously young. But they don't care. Those people just sell alcohol to you.
I get carded maybe 30% of the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have not been carded since I was a teenager.
Yeah, that makes sense for you though. Your beer is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My 21st birthday, I went to I was with my mom and dad, and they took me to a bar, and I was like, I'd like one beverage, whatever I ordered, like a Shiner or something, and they were just like, here you go, and I was like, actually, it's my 21st birthday. Do you think you could card me just so I could show
fucking
you?
Dork. Please card me.
And they were like, oh, whoa, holy shit. They caught them off guard that I was that young.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you get carded, Cat?
I've started getting.
I'm gonna fucking start getting carded again here pretty quick, I think. And then it's gonna be confusing. Yeah, I'm gonna get a different kind of carded.
Wait, what are you referring to?
Well, if I look like a fucking man on my ID.
Are you familiar with the concept of transitioning?
Never heard of it.
I'm familiar with it. I'm not for it.
Yeah. As established on the Titanic sub episode, Cat is very religious.
And transphobic specifically, regardless of my religion.
And the R. Kelly of Minecraft.
Yeah. Oh, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've been getting...
That's the thing I don't want to deal with, that I know I'm going to have to deal with.
Nobody has ever seemed weird looking at
your
my
ID.
But it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Thoughts on that, Jake? You want to give your 2 cents on that?
Not really. I'm so scared.
No, you should go for it.
I feel like even if I make a joke, I'm gonna get.
Well, if the joke's funny, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Well,
Those Cumtown rules.
my jokes aren't funny, Fisher.
I know.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. You're a guest on Cumtown. You're the Maddie Healy of this situation, and your famous girlfriend's gonna have to break up with you because you're on a podcast with people saying controversial things. How do you feel about that?
That's so going over my head.
We talked to fuck. That was like a full episode we did.
You think I remember the past?
I mean, we had Dylan here. It was in your house. We were sitting here. We were talking about Taylor Swift, Maddie Healy. Do you have something interesting to talk about, Jake?
I actually have a pitch.
Let's go for it.
Okay.
Let's get into the pitch.
So I have prepared 8 pages of my magnum opus.
Should we just do a table reading?
Yeah, should we just do a table
That's
reading?
exactly what I want to do.
Love
Yes.
this. This is
So
great.
here is the thing about this script. So
Okay.
for the listener and for both of you, I will explain.
Thank
this is a written episode of Mouse Out of Wedlock. It's
Correct.
I can go and cast it. It's me, Fisher, and Xander. But
Right. I'm
Kat, you're
playing
here.
Xander.
You can play Xander.
Very good.
The one rule that I had for writing this script while I've been working on it,
Right.
is that I will only do it. I have 2 rules. First rule, I will only do it past midnight when I am sleep deprived.
Okay.
And second, I will not edit any of it. So,
Very good.
Strong propositions.
so those were the rules.
The rules are I will do it poorly.
No. No, it's good.
Is it because no? Are you actually? Be honest. Before we do this, be honest. Are you scared of maybe you wrote something good?
Whoa.
No.
You're trying to ruin it.
You're like John Jones, the fighter getting drunk before his fights.
I actually am very confident in my ability to write sketches because of exactly one sketch that I've written that was funny.
Milk sex.
No, well, I didn't write that.
Oh,
I was just the star.
right. Are you familiar with milk sex?
I have seen the third one.
You've only seen the third one?
Interesting.
I personal boycott.
And you watched the third one? That's the grossest one.
That was I didn't. I wouldn't say that me watching it was fully consensual.
Copy that.
That makes more sense.
Okay. I guess let's get into the spec script. Is that what you would describe this as a spec script for Mouse Out of
You
Wedlock?
didn't print copies for
Why
the
would I
table
print?
read?
What? No, I figured I would just email it to y'all and you could like pull it up on your phone or something.
Wow.
Or we
I
can
can see how you're purposefully tanking this.
No, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I could also put it up and we could sit like a family on the couch and all read off the
Just
same.
email it to me. just email it. That'll work. That'll do.
We're gonna we'll
Thank
put,
you.
We'll put some loading music here.
Some loading music. Interesting. I don't know what that is.
Stereotypical loading music.
Yeah, loading music. The thing that everyone knows.
It's like porn, like the 80s porn music. Like, is that what loading music is to you?
Yeah, what is loading music? Is it like coal miner like hymns? They're like shoveling stuff into
Yeah,
a
they're
bucket.
loading.
They're loading. Yeah.
Load.
What are y'all's emails?
Unacceptable.
Saying it on the podcast.
Okay, well then.
I've emailed you once a week for over a year.
Oh, okay. So I found yours. I assumed you would change yours like you did with all your other socials.
No, that's a fucking hassle,
Mine's-
dude. Changing your
mine's,
Gmail's fucked up.
My dead name, and you have to guess.
Yeah,
it.
fuck, same.
Oh God.
Shit.
Make
just
new
kidding, it's
emails.
not. I'm kidding.
It's
mine's
so
not.
fucking hard to make a new email. Do you understand how many things my Gmail is connected to?
I have like 20 emails. It's very easy to make a new one.
But my entire like existence is tied to that email almost.
Are you purposefully trying to tank this for yourself?
Me? I'm trying to fix it eventually.
Back to the thing I was saying. I've written one good sketch. It was that ad that we recorded for Minimum Venom. That who knows if we'll ever see the light
It'll
of day.
never come out.
But it was really funny. It made us laugh.
One time, Kat, I edited 3 episodes of Xander's podcast for him, and then he didn't release it. They just didn't come out. They're fully edited. He just didn't upload them.
Xander, I think, was confused and didn't understand that they were
by
fully
confused,
edited.
I sent him a text saying these 3 episodes are fully complete and ready for upload.
I'm gonna be sick playing this man
Yeah, that's fair.
for 8 minutes.
So what's the email that I can send?
Hold on, I'll text it to you. Jesus.
Okay.
This is a disaster.
No, it's good.
This is a disaster.
It's good. My phone.
Don't read it out loud when you.
Yeah, don't read it
receive
out
it.
loud, Jake.
Okay.
You son of a bitch.
I got my passport back this week, and it had my dead name on it.
Shit. That sucks. Wait, did you send it in to get it changed?
Yes, like and
they
I
put
included the court document.
They put the same name on it.
Damn.
Wow, I fucking hate this country.
It was a hate crime.
This is so awful. Oh, fuck.
Okay, my phone's turning on, so.
Wow, we are really advanced.
Well, we can talk about something else in the meantime. This is only 8 pages, which is about 8 minutes, according to the screenfilm.com.
Yeah, we can talk about X if we want, I guess.
An X?
Twitter.
Twitter changed to X today.
Oh, that is the visual joke that I saw and didn't get earlier.
Yes.
Wait, oh God. I never am caught up. It takes me like 2 weeks to catch up to Elon Musk nonsense.
Yeah, that sounds very healthy, to be honest. I don't really think the X thing's going to work. It's kind of dumb.
What's the rebranding concept?
It's literally the letter X. It's somehow worse than the Meta move from Facebook to Meta. I don't understand how you could make a worse decision, but here we are. Twitter is now called X. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know if they're going to change like what retweet. They're going to call it like re-Xing now or something.
That seems like a grab for just like search engine redirects. Like,
I mean, who's typing X into a search engine? Oh, I mean, hold on. Hold on. I know the answer to that question. Surely there's not going to be enough people to like take over that market space, though, right? I feel like he's walked into a trap of. There's hundreds of X sites, right?
Right, and I mean, what the people who like teens just being like, I don't know what the name of a porn site is, so I'll start with X.
Yeah,
and then they get to Twitter. I don't think that they're going to.
There's porn on Twitter.
There is some. Yeah.
I don't know what the big hang up was with an email address like what does this say here? Children deserve less rights at Yahoo.
Oh, this is starting off great. The first line of it is
it's not me. My parents
accurate.
they named me that. It's not my ethos.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know what X is. I don't know what's going on with Twitter. I feel like that's gonna blow up. I hope it does. That'd be really fun if it just ceased to exist.
Has its user base dropped?
I feel like it has to.
Yeah,
I would think so.
I don't know that as a fact.
I mean, like since Elon took over.
It surely.
Oh yes.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. I mean, their advertisers cut in like half. I think.
I got off of Reddit. Did I mention this last
week?
You
did. You said you were fully off social media.
I'm still fully off. Let me tell you something.
10 days sober.
Mm-hmm. My brain is. I've been off social media as long as my mom has been off cigarettes. It's gonna be fun to see who caves first.
Wow, that's funny. You should actually have that competition.
Yeah,
that's good. Huh? Do you feel better? Do you feel like healthier and happier now?
I feel more bored.
I can tell you exactly when your mom's gonna be back on cigarettes.
Whoa, when?
She always has to have one after I bang her and we have a date
God
on Wednesday.
Get fucked.
God damn it. You're going to bang my mom? No.
Always do. Cockwork.
Right. Should we read this, I guess?
Okay. So I was thinking we don't read the stage directions like a narrator. We just do it.
Okay.
Are you familiar? You're Xander.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the thing in the first line here?
This is a good podcast.
No. Wedlock. This is a good podcast. And then.
All right, let's take it from the top, y'all. Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock. This is a good podcast. Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock. This is a good podcast. Boom.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I'm going to kill myself. You guys know I'm just going to edit that out, right?
Not if we sing it for an entire episode.
Ooh, do you think people would listen to that?
Yeah, it'll be our new podcast.
We can call it We Are Friends, but the we is spelled like we, like the Nintendo way.
Very good.
Oh, what about We Are the Change? You know what? I don't think Xander would say something that funny.
It's a pun.
Yeah, please save your notes to the end.
Oh, sorry. Okay, we have to get through it.
We'll give you a section to shit on Xander's sense of comedy.
Hell yeah.
And you take it with him from that line again.
What about We Are the Champions?
Oh, but we never sing We Are the Champions, and it's always just the Wii music?
I feel like you guys do this every week. The show is just becoming Xander and Jake pitch unlistenable podcasts.
Oh my God, that is a great idea for a podcast.
Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock. Xander and Jake pitch unlistenable podcast edition.
I hate to be that guy, but a different podcast did this already.
Well, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't still do it.
No, but there are plenty of other reasons why you shouldn't. Like the fact that I would literally kill myself in the edit bay. Please stop laughing at my mental instability.
That's the first podcast.
What does that even mean?
You know.
You know. No, we don't know. Please explain.
It's
Go ahead.
Fucking goddamn it, Jake. Will you please just fucking for once say something on the goddamn fucking show?
Jinkies, where did you learn to talk like that?
Fisher was in the Navy.
Yep. Back in my day, things was different. Mr. Johnny Law was twiddling his thumbs and listening to the jukebox, while Lady Liberty was giving a back alley handjobs to Steven City mafiosos. Just for a whiff of that sweet boy sweat. Yeah. Old Marty P and Sammy Sagshock. Man, you would man the rear canyons while I swept the canopy for that sight of the Chestnut Squadron. 9 out of 10 times, it'd be nothing but beeswax. But every so often, a hot Magna Mama would stick her lucky lizard in the nozzle, and I'd torch that puppy. Heck, all that nonsense us boys got into, I never felt so scared as when I heard that Private Manson one time made it all the way to Saskatchewan and back with nothing but Jenny Hooper and 3 dimes, if you believe in such a thing.
Oh shit, it's another MK Ultra episode.
Wake up, Fisher. Wake up. Wake up. Fisher, wake up. Fisher, wake up.
Where am I?
Oh my God, Fisher, holy shit, you've been like twitching on the floor.
What, really? I haven't said
It's okay, officer. It looks like the situation's resolving itself.
You should never call the police.
Not even if your favorite co-host and best friend is at risk of dying.
Hey.
No, it doesn't matter. Jake's not my best friend.
Hey.
Maybe this is a new podcast.
What, the Be Mean to Jake show? That's what the show already is.
What is that smell?
Well, I made a duty.
Oh, okay.
By the way, welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock, the internet's first podcast. I'm Jake. I mostly take up otherwise empty space on the show. To my left is the man with the Zan with a plan, the plan with a man. It's Xander.
Hello.
And to my right is a collection of luminescent floating orbs assembled together to mimic the form of a human being. It's Fisher.
Ahoy?
And together, with our powers combined, we make
The Super P Squad.
Hey gang, does anyone want some of this roast goose?
Oh, thanks. I'm doing Atkins right now.
Yeah, and I don't eat anything with a name.
I never named this guy before I slaughtered it and cooked its flesh.
Goose counts as a name.
That doesn't make any sense. The point of an expression is...
Goose was a character in Top Gun. That's a name.
Yeah, but this goose wasn't played by Anthony Edwards.
Are you sure?
I have to read this.
That's a very long stage direction.
Despite the fact this is an audio format and the goose is fake, you give the goose a long looking orifice. Oh, it was a stage direction for a non-audio direction.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, God, what have I done?
I always knew Xander was a terrible monster.
You know he's going to listen back to this and hear you say that, right?
I don't give a shit. I'm hard as fuck. Thumb life.
Well, what was that last part?
I said thumb life.
Did you mean thug life? What do thumbs have to do with being tough?
I know what I said.
Hey, while Xander is gone, let's play a game where we have to say words that start with the first letter of the alphabet.
So you mean all the words have to start with an A?
No, fuck. What I mean like each word we say begins with the next letter. Like I'd say apple and you'd say botulism, and I'd say cat and you'd say dysentery, and I'd say egg and you'd say fibromyalgia, and I'd say green and you'd say like hepatitis, and I'd say igloo and you'd say jaundice, and I'd say kitten and you'd say leukemia, and I'd say mouse.
Why do you keep listing terrible things?
I don't know. That's just how I think you'd play.
Okay, I guess you start.
You want to try? Okay, cool.
Sure.
Apple.
Botulism.
Cat.
Dysentery.
Egg.
Fibromyalgia.
Sound effect. I don't have the music queued up, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Oh, this is the narrator.
Oh, this is very long.
This is a monologue, baby.
I often think about what my life would be like if I had kept recording that podcast instead of leaving because I had murdered beloved Hollywood starlet Anthony Edwards. Hell, to tell you the truth, I really left because I made a duty in my pants. Jakeb and Fisher, consummate professionals as they always were, pushed through the smell to keep that show going, but it was undeniable. I had truly made an oopsie whoopsie in my pants. But why I left isn't important. What's important is what happened to me after I left. You see, I always kept an emergency pair of duty-free pants in the car like any smart cookie would. Unfortunately, earlier in the day during my weekly volunteer shift at the food bank, I made a stinker pie in my pants so farty they had to shut the whole facility down. I was wearing my emergency pants and I had a second emergency. This was literally my September 11th, 2001. Without a backup from my backed up backups, I had no choice but to back up. I went home. Oh, Jesus. Marigold was a sweet woman. 14 years ago, I met the woman of my dreams. She was both loud and quiet, hungry and full, tall and short, and ambidextrous. Believe it or not, when we first laid eyes on each other in that deserted parking garage, the very first thing she said to me was, "One day I'm going to surprise you." Before I could respond, she pulled a cord that released 150 balloons filled with acrylic paint and created a rainbow of color. That's when the bikers showed up. You see, back when the Black Pistons had control of the territory, I wasn't supposed to be there, but she belonged there even less. Her daddy was the head of the government. Before the bikies could shoot her with their guns, I yelled at them so loud they left. Marigold and I were wed later that day. She always knew how to treat a fella. Once I asked her if she'd scratch my back, and she did. Not to mention, her dad owned stock in Kellogg's, so I always had cornflakes. But her best feature was how she always had a clean pair of pants ready for when I would take a fat shit in my pants. That very morning of the podcast recording, I came home expecting Marigold to work her magic. No sooner did I walk in the door than I had a fresh pair of pants in my hand, complete with suspenders and undies. Unfortunately, the very next moment, the woman I loved opened her mouth and unhinged her jaw, and the next thing I knew, a giant spider monster was crawling out of the lifeless body of my wife. With no time to think, I made another poopsie surprise in my pants, and the spider opened its mouth, and out of it crawled Marigold, just like every Saturday morning. Anyway, after I got changed, I headed back to the studio. But on the way back, I found a whole unopened box of Tic Tacs on the ground. Pretty cool, right? Anyway, back to the podcast.
Sound effect. Green.
Hepatitis.
Igloo.
Jaundice.
Kit. In...
Hey, Jake, instead of playing this stupid game, would you like to have a genuine conversation?
I guess.
Okay, do you know how me and Xander are always like super mean to you on the podcast and intentionally never take your side of the argument, even when we obviously agree with you, but can't admit that you'd be right about something?
Yes, I'm quite familiar.
Yeah, well, we only do that because one time you went to the bathroom and you opened your phone and I saw your bank account had $150 billion in it. Xander saw it too. We're both very jealous of your successful life.
You have broken my trust and I will never forgive you.
Okay.
Hold on.
Grimmy Shib Shib.
What the hell is that? Hey there.
I noticed the line that says have fun with the voice. If that's what you want to do, you can, but you can do anything you want with the voice.
I don't know what kind of character Grimmy Shib.
You're a human-sized rhinoceros.
Hey there, I'm Grimmy Shib Shib, the human-sized rhinoceros.
Grimmy Shib Shib, what are you doing here?
I come to harvest the blood of the innocent.
Our blood is yours, if only you take it.
Relax, gang, I'm not here for your blood. I'm just taking a pit stop on the way to the school of the deaf.
Does that mean you're here to do a segment for the podcast?
You betcha, it's time for Grimmy Shib Shib's weather report. It's so hot outside that you'll be sweating like a rhinoceros. Next week, a hurricane will leave 30,000 people without a home.
The moon is still cold. And that's what's happening
In your town.
Wow. Now I know what a good podcast is supposed to sound like. I'm sorry about all the state your opinions. I thought that was a real segment, but I guess in retrospect, that was a SEAL regiment.
You said it.
Yeah, your opinion was garbage. As a demonic rhino, I can say on good authority that it was literally the worst atrocity that a human has ever committed.
Damn, man.
You know what, Jake? You're fired.
You can't fire me. I'm the essential emotional core of this podcast.
More like the emotional bore.
And then y'all high five. And that's all I have written so far.
Great.
So, how was that?
Any
Any notes?
I think you
I
captured
can't
me pretty
believe that
well.
I thought maybe you actually tried. and that you were
No, that was straight to tape. That was straight from
psyched
brain
myself
to screen.
out. I thought that
Wow, you really have a picture of me in your head that's very sad, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did I capture Xander?
There was a lot of puns. I was upset at what Xander would be saying, so I think that was accurate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
There was a lot of the monologue was also pretty accurate, where like Xander talks about like a movie no one's seen for about 30 minutes, and that's
But instead, it was a story from his life.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are rare though, because he doesn't like talking about those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's why I filled in the blanks.
that's right. Yeah, I think you've really made yourself the hero of the story,
Really?
which is interesting.
Did I? I didn't feel myself as the hero.
I think I feel like that definitely happened. Kat, you want to back me up on that?
well
For example,
I thought Grimmy Shib was the hero of the story.
that's not bad.
the hero's journey is a classic and legitimate structure for a
Right.
narrative, and I think that
Joseph
is
Campbell
wrong
was
to-
racist.
That is true,
Okay.
but it would be false to say that anyone in the hero is the hero of this, because it is.
What about the line,
Just
we are both
crap.
very jealous of your successful life?
Yeah.
What about that one?
That one was for me.
That was moving,
Yeah,
actually.
that one's pretty good. Or what about at the very end where he says, I'm the essential emotional core of this podcast?
Yeah, but then I get dunked on right after.
Right, with a pun, which it kind of lessens the blow, I would say, a little bit.
No way.
No? Okay, interesting. Well,
I
thank
do
you for
think
this,
you were
Jake.
trying
This
to
is fun.
sublimate actually something like real that's happening for you, which was
Right.
my initial assumption
Mm.
that like you put yourself into this in a way that was vulnerable for you, and
Yeah.
then you had to be like, oh, it's really bad, guys. Sorry, I would only read it
Did your
past
th-
midnight.
Did your therapist make you do this
No.
to like communicate with us?
I can't afford therapy.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did it as for a laugh.
No, it's very funny.
Took the piss.
It's good. I hope you do more.
Yeah.
I liked all the times that Xander took the poop.
I was having fun with all the different ways to say make a duty.
Make a duty is fun. Yeah. That's just good.
I also like the implication that Xander's like fantasy wife is a wife who
Is Shelob Shelob of the that unshits his pants for him?
or yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that they have like a ritual where she like becomes
Spider
something
demon.
else. And yeah.
And then, and the spider spits out her again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That felt real.
it's a deep and rich lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll keep doing that. I think I'll present some
Thank
of that
you.
for every show.
I just want to let the Wikipedia article editor know that was not canon.
Ah,
Yeah, we're to make sure you don't put that on the Wikipedia, because that was not canon. The rest of the show's canon.
Kat, something you may not have picked up on from there, the MK Ultra stuff. That was a
was-
callback to the beginning of the podcast.
That was
That's the
my
thing we used to
character
do all
at the
time.
very beginning, as I would pretend I was an MK Ultra victim.
Every time
Oh,
we would
yeah.
do a bit.
Is that
and we
funny
wanted-
to you?
MK Ultra, hilarious.
Very funny.
Yeah, they should do more stuff like that.
I'm leaving.
But whenever we would want to get out of a bit, we would be like, "Wake up! It's wake up! Wake up!"
Yeah.
And then it was all turned out to be an MK Ultra dream.
That's a thing that happened.
Was that fun?
I had a good time.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Jake. We're in your house again, so you're in charge of the podcast.
Damn it! I thought that would be all I had to provide for this episode. I thought if I did that, then surely you couldn't be like, "Well, now what are we going to talk about, Jake?"
I don't know.
Huh?
We were talking about X beforehand. Do you have anything else to say about X?
I'm not on Twitter.
Great.
Oh, no one's on Twitter.
Yeah,
actually.
you're famously not on any social media.
It's pretty
we know.
great. It's cool. The best part about it is telling everybody.
You're like the really obnoxious addict that just quit and is like trying to give everybody advice now.
Yeah, it really clears
Yeah.
your mind.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're
Yeah.
gonna become a peer coach for people trying to quit
Yeah.
social media.
You're gonna become a born again Christian.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. No.
Just not willing to take the bait on that bit at all. Just not willing to go down the road.
I'm not. I don't want to be.
Feet planted firmly.
I can't jump too many bits. Now we have to do serious talk.
We have to. Do you want to talk about something serious? I'll do that. I'll talk about anything. I'll talk about literally anything.
I'm best at serious talk.
Yeah. Kat and I, we're serious people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're so serious. What's a serious thing to talk about? You must know like different serious stuff.
I've got so many serious things in my brain. I can't even pick.
They're all trapped in there.
I need somebody.
Therapist.
Yep. I need somebody to say a serious thing, and then I'll riff on it. That's what I'm here to do.
Well, I have something I think is serious.
Please do. Bring it
MK
up.
Ultra.
But it was so funny. The name even is funny, isn't it? MK Ultra.
I can't believe what they did to Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah, he was a genius.
She was a genius.
If God is a woman, then so is Ted Kaczynski.
That's correct. R.I.P. A real one.
I will say renormalize when you go get sent to a psychiatric hospital being like, I'm a woman. For attention.
Right. Yeah.
What? I'm confused by this.
There's a lot of lore.
It's serious material that you wouldn't know about because you can only joke.
Because I'm a goofball. I'm always.
You name a serious topic, Jake.
Name a serious topic, Jake. We're going round robin.
Okay. Have we talked about Mount Everest expeditions?
How is that relevant?
Well,
is that like a current topic?
No.
Okay.
I did.
Do things have to be current? You just said serious.
Well, serious. I mean, we could talk about like the Trail of Tears currently if we wanted to, but it'd be kind of a weird thing to talk about on a podcast.
Pretty serious though.
It is pretty serious, but it also happened a while ago. It's relevant.
I'm sure someone's climbing Mount Everest right now.
Okay, so? That reminds me of something that is serious to me right now. I watched this documentary. It's A24 documentary on Netflix called The Deepest Breath. It's about free diving.
Oh, that freaks me out.
It is. We have to ban this sport.
I agree.
It should not be allowed.
That and spelunking.
Yes. Also,
take them away.
No.
Not allowed.
What? Why?
Put them all in MK Ultra. That's what I have to say. They're clearly psychotic. They're crazy already.
Well, then why not let them kill themselves that way?
Because they're filming it. And it's making me scared.
They're filming it and they're putting this documentary is a snuff film.
Really? Do people die in it?
You don't get to see that true footage but like
they do reenactments.
Yeah, it's like Cops.
They did a reenactment with the already dead corpse because they didn't get
just float them back down and raise them back up.
moment on footage, so they had to redo it.
Damn. Yeah, that sport seems crazy. What was there like a big point in the documentary that like they were leading up to of like the deepest dive of all time or some bullshit or what? Were they just doing it for fun?
No, yeah, it does follow a few people and then like it narrows down to really like it emerges the narrative's about two people.
I see.
But yeah, one of them is diving. She already holds a bunch of world records.
I see.
It's an Italian woman and she's going for more. Yeah, it's like a dive that goes really bad, but before that they're just showing all this footage of people blacking out at the end of their dive.
Yeah, and then you get the bends and stuff too, right? If you come up too fast, like the blood, the oxygen in your blood like starts bubbling and you die.
I'm not sure if they are subject to that because it's free diving, and I don't know if they can go far down enough for it to matter because that's usually with scuba diving, right?
Oh, is it the scuba diving? I thought the free diving stuff they had to like take their time coming back up still, or
that's scuba.
Is it scuba?
Yeah.
These people are going like 100 meters
right under,
which is a shit ton for you to not have
some kind of pressure of some kind at 100 meters, probably.
I mean, I think their effect, I don't know. They didn't mention that at all. So I don't know that they're going deep enough for that to matter. But
gotcha.
It's, they because they're under for like 3+ minutes.
I can't hold my breath that long.
They do like your brain just shuts off as a protection mechanism and you black out.
That's scary.
And then they're still underwater when they black out, and the safety divers have to like bring them to the surface and perform CPR. And like this one woman, she had like 3 blackouts in a day during the competition. And I'm like, this shouldn't.
Yeah, you should. I get that. So like spelunking, that's not really competitive. If people want to go off and explore like an underwater cave or something, they want to die, more power to them. But a competition, I get how like maybe we shouldn't be allowing people to like win money at the risk of them dying or losing oxygen
I
to their
don't
brain.
even know that these bitches win very much money.
It can't be. It surely can't be. There's not
not
sponsors.
a lucrative sport.
There's not like
This is related to last week's podcast. I did look it up. The highest winning Tetris champion of the last year
very good.
won $3,000.
Oh my God. That's a lot worse than I thought it was going to be.
3,000.
Me too.
Jake claimed that he could be a professional.
I heard. I heard that.
And now I think I can for sure.
Because there's no one incentivized to really be that good.
Exactly.
I proposed that we could walk up to 10 people on the street.
Yeah,
and five of them would be
I was
Jake.
on your side when I heard that.
How
I was
dare
like,
you? This
Jake
genuinely
has
hurt
no
my
ba-
feelings.
When you said I've played hundreds of hours of Tetris, I was like, I don't even think that's accurate. You probably played thousands.
Yeah, I probably have played thousands.
And you're still not good enough.
I swear it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
All right.
We'll
put
do
it
this.
we'll put it to the test. That'll be some supplemental content.
We'll have to get an NES because most competitions are played on like the original game. What I've practiced on.
You can't emulate it?
Wow, so you're not even playing real Tetris.
Well,
Yeah, you're not playing the original Russian dub.
I mean, there are like literally, I want dozens for sure, maybe hundreds of different versions of Tetris,
Yeah.
but I've played many of them. The one that I mostly play is either the one on my phone, which is definitely not real Tetris.
Right.
I mean, it's Tetris trademark, but it's not like
How can it be that different? I don't understand how the game
Okay, so there are
changes.
a few factors for this. So first off, the three big things that I can think of. One is the upcoming pieces. So in some versions of the game, you can see 3 upcoming pieces.
Okay.
In the original, you can only see 1. On top of that, in the original, it's truly random. So in newer versions of Tetris, it's it's kind of random, but you'll still see all 8 or so different pieces throughout a cycle.
Okay.
Whereas in old Tetris, you could go like literally hundreds of pieces coming down before you get that beautiful eye piece.
So the original is harder.
Way harder because the randomization is truly random.
Right.
Second thing is the idea of holding pieces. So it's a thing they added
where
late
you
90s,
can,
early
like, swap
2000s.
through it,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Where you keep one in your bank and then switch it out whenever you need it.
That feels
Original-
like not real test.
that it's not real Tetris.
That feels fake.
The third thing is the amount of time it takes between one of your bricks contacting the bottom and it sticking. So in a lot of the newer ones, you can do like put it on and then just kind of keep scrolling it side to side and it'll stay there. So you can like put it under a piece.
Right.
You can slide it in. In the original, that's way harder to do because as soon as it makes contact, it gives you like maybe a half second to do whatever you want with it and then it'll stick no matter
It's
what.
a frame perfect trick.
Exactly. It has to be frame perfect, whereas in the newer versions, it is a lot looser. So I've been practicing on, I bought a version of the original one for my PlayStation. So I have that, but it's not.
You've been practicing since the last recording.
Well, I wouldn't say practice. I've been playing the game.
Right.
I wouldn't say I'm practicing to show this
Practicing is kind of
You're practicing for your 10-person audit.
up. It's not practice, but I have been playing.
Sure.
I've been
Yeah.
playing this for a while because I love Tetris.
Oh, how much money has the winning most Bejeweled player won?
I hope it's not more. That will really hurt my feelings. I don't know why I put my computer away as
Might
if I'm not the
be.
computer guy.
Yeah. Did you ever play the Tetris Battle Royale game?
Yes, it's the only battle royale I've ever won.
Are you familiar with that, Kat?
Not
It's
at
just
all.
100. It's 100 player Tetris, and whoever's last the longest.
Now I hate
wins.
to be a pedant.
You what?
It's 99. Someone who's I assume
Pedant?
I assume someone who is pedantic is a pedant.
Google pedant, please.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's gonna be what you want
No,
it to be.
it is what Jake thinks it is. You're thinking of
Pedant?
pederast or something.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I hate to be a pedophile.
A didact.
Do I still? I don't think I have it on the soundboard anymore. Of Jake saying, "I'm deep in the middle of pedophile."
Wait, I did. That was on.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll just play it off my phone. I think.
Oh, do you have this one on your phone?
I think I have it on my phone. I'll let you Google the Bejeweled thing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Bejeweled #1 winner. How do you spell Bejeweled?
Got
it.
Bejeweled.
Pro circuit highest winner.
Bejeweled Pro Circuit.
What a funny phrase. Some people take it seriously though, so we shouldn't make.
Well, I was in the middle of Pedophile Island.
What was that, Jake? Jake, what was that?
Well, I was in the middle of Pedophile Island.
Not
Whoa.
fair.
Okay.
Not fair.
Before you played the sound clip, I thought that you just said, Jake said, I'm in the middle of pedophiling.
How about this one?
I'm about to be discriminatory.
What else is new?
That's different than I'm about to say something discriminatory.
What?
Oh, this feels like a thing. Whenever you've texted me, you've thrown it in my face that I said that. You said, I'm about to say something discriminatory. What I said was, I'm about to be discriminatory. Which I feel is worse, actually.
Seems like you're being a pedo currently.
Okay.
Or whatever that word was you keep talking about.
Pedant.
Yeah.
Is it pronounced pedant or pedant?
I've never heard that word before.
It's the noun form of pedantic.
Okay.
Google will tell us.
Okay.
Pedant.
Pedant.
Nice.
See, you can learn something every day.
I do. I learn something every week on this podcast.
Okay. Well, I can't find it.
Why are we so tired?
It's
What
because
happened?
they're so good that they're not even on the internet.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's really bejeweled competitions as much as like you can win cash in the game itself.
I don't know. I haven't
That
played.
doesn't seem real.
I haven't played
It's just a video
Bejeweled.
game.
I think they need to bring the gambling back into video games. I feel like we're getting away from it.
What do you
I
mean,
think
like loot
they
boxes?
brought-
It's time to bring it back.
When was it first in it? I thought that they brought video games into gambling.
That's interesting. No, I'm saying like there used to be like a casino in NBA 2K, and I think they took it away because the government.
Are there
said-
laws? I think there are
I think
laws
they-
against like advertising gambling.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm saying is I think children should be allowed to gamble.
It's what arcades
Yes.
are.
Yeah. I think we should start them early, and we should just make everybody gamble.
I think that's actually not that hot of a take
No.
because children don't have as much to lose, even though
Right.
they might feel the emotional high of it. They
Yeah.
get to practice with like basically,
Yeah.
not real money.
I mean, I used to open like football cards, and that was gambling for children. But what I want there to be is instead of football players, I want there to be dollar bills of varying amounts inside of this pack of cards that I spend $4 on.
This is a good idea.
I want
I
children
love
to
that.
have their own spaces in casinos
I love
where
that.
they can get the cheap drinks.
That's
and
right.
Smoke cigarettes.
Yep.
They're so cheap because
Play the
there's like
slots.
barely any alcohol in
Yep.
it.
Yeah, which is an appropriate amount for a child.
That's correct. Yeah.
It's a Sunday wine amount.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the video game station at an Ashley Furniture, only for kids.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm also sorry. What?
You ever go to a furniture store and there's like a video game station that your parents can plop you down at and they go shop for furniture for a
I have
couple hours?
never been to a furniture store, but I have, however, been to a Lowe's or like had a specific Lowe's we went to a
Yeah.
lot, and I had like a favorite bathroom there because
Okay.
my dad's house didn't have a bathroom,
Oh,
and so I
okay.
like to pretend like we did have a bathroom.
Gotcha.
And they don't have video games at the Lowe's bathrooms.
The McDonald's in White House, Texas used to have a sick ass playground that also had a GameCube, and they would always have
yeah.
Luigi's Mansion running in there.
nice.
It's the only way I ever played that game, and I used to go to that McDonald's a lot because it was halfway between my grandparents and my parents' house. So that's where they would meet to drop me off on the weekends whenever they were, I guess, wanted to like have sex or something.
Yeah, this is weird. It sounds like your parents and your grandparents had like a strained custody agreement. Why does
Yeah.
that sound so similar to my mom and dad dropping me off at a midpoint?
This is what I'm saying. We need to have Chuck E. Cheese be dealing in real coin. Okay? Let's stop pretending. Let's stop pretending. It's a rat casino.
I had an
The
idea.
children yearn for gambling.
Yearn for rat casino.
The children yearn for the rat casino.
I do think every kid who for the first time sees
Yeah.
a Chuck E. Cheese like logo or like advertisement
Yeah.
have definitely thought that is a casino, and you get there and
Of
you're like, what the
course.
fuck is this?
Yeah. I want a Coco Melon themed slot machine. Okay?
Dude, kids shows would
That's
be
what I
perfect
want.
for slot machines.
I want to
Yeah.
Go Diego Go roulette table. Okay? I
they
want to
really-
play George of the Jungle Blackjack. I don't even know what that could entail.
George of the Jungle?
Yeah, that's a hot reference.
I'm
Wow,
sorry,
you
what?
sure in with the kids
Well,
these
I was
days.
about to go Dora, and then I was like, that's the same as Diego. I can't do that.
George of the Jungle is older.
Listen, I
than
wasn't
us.
allowed to watch TV as a child, okay? I don't have the fucking references.
I want
I-
a Jets.
I want I want Boomerang TV themed casino, okay? That's
Have
what
you
I
seen
want.
Bluey?
I've heard it's good, but I don't have a child and I'm 25 years old, so no, I haven't seen
I
Bluey.
don't like that
it is the word bluey.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's too close to blowy.
Yeah. It is a blue heeler dog, and that's why they did it, I think. But yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's kind of flirting with disaster there. All I'm saying is,
cute.
I want to be able to see a 4-year-old smoking a stogie at Atlantic City.
Why are these dogs by
We can't have them. We can't let them have their strip clubs for it though.
No, that's too far.
Across the line.
That is
That's
a bridge
pedant
too
behavior.
far. We can't allow that, but we can take the money from the children. Okay?
You don't think kids should be allowed to strip for other kids?
No, that's fucked. Do you have an opinion you want to
They
give?
shouldn't be able to get paid for it.
They just do it for fun.
That's right.
Yeah,
No money should exchange hands.
Yeah.
that's right.
See, this all led for Mount Rushmore, which was a good suggestion.
You said Everest.
Mount
I
Rushmore.
give up.
Yeah.
You heard about those Mount Rushmore
Yeah.
expeditions?
No one's made it to the past Lincoln's nose yet.
That's right.
Oh.
That's right. We got to get the kids gambling. How are we going to have people join our military if they're not desperate, right? We got to ruin the lives of these kids early so we can get them into corporations, you know? That's what we got to do.
You know what? I'm a little concerned that we might sound like out of touch, like elitists, because
No,
I'm
never.
worried. I'm worried that in some, like in West Virginia, are the children not already have a casino for themselves? Where
I don't
they
know.
Chain smoke.
I hope so.
All right, fine. I'll Google kid casino. Let's see what comes up
Yeah,
here.
please do that. What other games? How can we gamify the casino experience for children? Whack-a-mole, but you get $5 every time you hit the mole.
It's an Easter egg hunt, but the first person to it's a scavenger hunt, but the first
Okay.
person to do it every day gets some money.
Get
Gets
some money.
They get one money. I like that. Okay.
A Casino Kid was a video game released on the NES, so we can buy that when we get Tetris.
I think it should be less like I feel like what you're describing is more of that's pro-social
Yeah.
children behavior. I think
Yeah.
for this to be most effective,
Right.
it needs to be even in a adult casino, you line up
Yeah.
at the slot machines, like, yeah,
Right.
you're completely zoned in on the screen, but like you
Yeah.
do have people around you. I really think that we should make a like just like
chamber.
isolated chamber model where each kid goes into a separate little stall where
Right.
they're just bombarded by.
Where they put on a VR headset.
Yes, exactly.
And there's
Is your inspiration here the bathroom from Lowe's? They all go into a little stall. Okay.
No, that was a sacred place. This is I'm talking.
you really
about
fucked that up,
taking
Jake. We
advantage
were
of
we were
children.
kind of we were finally going into a bit finally.
God, I'm so fucking
You were like,
sorry.
remember a thing that you said 10 minutes ago?
It was,
I'm doing a callback.
we got so far in this episode without anyone making fun of me.
We were right on the precipice of having a bit. Now it's dead.
Okay, here's an idea for a kid casino.
Okay.
So it's a hopscotch. You like throw the monies, and then whichever one you land on, you win. Is that how hopscotch works? Okay, I'm done contributing. I'm sorry. We can cut all that. We'll go back.
They could have like little boxing matches and
Ooh,
things like that.
okay.
People bet on.
Okay, now we're talking. So the kids should be able to gamble. They should also be able to fight each other for money, like the UFC. We need to have it. We need to have the CUFC, the children's UFC.
Yes.
And it's the MGM, but it's like the mini
Right.
GM.
And the weight
then-
classes are ages, starting at 3.
Yeah, it's like
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just intra-age.
I think
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I think if
Some
you're
very bad things will happen, and I love
Oh
it.
man, yeah. We're gonna have to deal with steroids and I mean, they're gonna start giving kids steroids.
They've already been. What do
Yeah.
you think HRT is?
Oh fuck!
oh god.
Yeah. They're all gonna take puberty blockers and be the best children UFC fighters. We can't allow no swimming allowed.
I'm all for pumping little cis girls full of testosterone.
That's right.
Starting at age 7.
That's right. How else will they
For the
be?
fights.
How else will they win their battles?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think if we're going the step of, these casinos host fighting events,
Yeah.
they should also have like famous performers who come in and do what's that called whenever they live there for a while and they do shows for
Yeah.
residency.
Oh, who would they get?
Like the Wiggles? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, maybe the guy from Blue's Clues.
What? Colleen.
Get Colleen Ballinger residency at the Children's MGM. Colleen Ballinger.
We might
James
be the only
Charles.
person hiring her right now.
We can get James Charles.
A Dream can come and like set up and do like
He can sell his
streams.
his childhood photos on a USB drive. Remember when he did that?
what?
Dream he sold his childhood photos on a
is
USB. It's some fucking Minecraft YouTuber. Don't worry about it.
Oh, who's a child?
No, he's for
like-
children.
What?
He's for children. He's not the number 4
Oh,
children.
okay.
His target audience is children.
Dream is 4 children in a trench coat
They're
behind a
adult-
mask.
I'm sorry, I'm so not online that I don't know this.
Hey, you're doing better than me, okay?
But there are
You're not better than me. I'm
who
off of
do
social media.
video game channels for children,
Yeah.
like watching them do.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, I have something to talk about.
Okay.
Actually, there's a very famous children's YouTuber. His name is shit,
That's a terrible name.
and the shit is related. Type in children's
Booty
YouTuber
pants?
shit video. Because this, it starts with a B, I think. I want to be right about it. But this is a very popular, one of the biggest children's YouTube channels on YouTube.
Okay.
But he had a video that he released like back in 2016 for the Harlem Shake, where
Blippy.
Blippy shits on another man's chest, and I think we should watch the. I think we should watch the video.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
wanna watch
we
it.
should watch it.
I can't believe that it's real.
Yeah.
Making
Here we go. Harlem Shake poop. Here's Blippy.
too far away.
One of the. I think it is just far enough. Here we
Oh
go.
no! What? This isn't
is
for
this gonna
children.
get copyright strike?
This is not okay. Why does it have its own URL?
HarlemShakePoop.com. Again, this is one of the biggest children's YouTubers. Oh,
Oh
fuck.
my god!
And just diarrheaed on another man.
Right on his ass.
No.
It was so much.
Holy shit!
This is the first time I've seen this video, to be honest.
Oh
and
my
it
god!
is worse than I thought.
Wait,
That was awesome.
was this posted? Where was it posted?
On HarlemShakePoop.com, I assume.
I guess that the branding wasn't big enough. They needed him even more.
No, but so this was independent of his children's YouTube channel.
Completely independent. Yeah, he started uploading children's content like 3 years later. And this was just discovered.
Oh my god!
He has like toys in a Walmart of his face that children own. It's
So that was like real.
yeah, that was real.
So this is gonna happen to me in like 10 years. I'm gonna become a children's YouTuber,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna dig up milk sex, and it's gonna be a huge issue.
Well, the milk sex was fake, at least. That was fully
shit.
another man emptying his bowels onto the open anus of another
Did
man.
you see the ejection of that?
It was so much.
Yeah.
Huh.
Force behind it.
That's like, does that reach like the pantheon of like gross out internet videos? Because I think it's up there.
No.
I mean, it's
gross, but it's not like-
it's not as bad as like Two Girls, One Cup or like the guy that sat on a jar or like any of that stuff. But like Lemon Party is just like naked old dudes, you know?
Right. Yeah. That's just like.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It didn't even have the real shock value to begin with. It was
Right.
more just the meme of it.
Right.
Is meat spin one of these things?
Meat Spin is one of them. Goatsy was a classic, you know.
Blue waffle.
Imagine if Goatsy was Shane Dawson.
I don't know who Shane Dawson is.
Oh, that's the YouTuber that fucked his cat a couple years ago.
Hey, what?
I'm just full of fun information. I just got a lot of fun info up in this brain here.
I do think that guy's like that video
Yeah.
shows me someone who is going to find success on the internet because
Right.
of just the ability to be like, I'll do whatever.
I'll do literally anything.
And then it just turned out that what he could do to be successful was
Yeah.
children's YouTube.
What does that say about society?
Yeah, no, I mean, it doesn't. I perceive that
Yeah.
almost no one that's making children's content on YouTube
I was like,
has an interest in like children, like the way that you would be like a babysitter who
sure.
does cool projects and stuff like
It's
that.
like a clean comedian. You just can't trust them at all.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I like clean comedians.
Like who?
Brian Regan.
Brian Regan.
Yeah.
He's clean.
Yeah.
He's clean now.
Wait, am I talking? Who was Brian Regan?
A famously clean comedian.
Oh, who am I thinking of?
I like Mike Warnke. That's the only one I know.
I feel
I
like,
like Tim Hawkins.
something.
He's a Christian comedian.
Okay. I think, like, there's evil behind Zach Galifianakis' eyes. Not Zach Galifianakis.
Obviously.
The fucking who's the fucking Hot Pocket comedian? Remember him?
Oh,
Jim Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan. There's darkness back there.
Is he that clean though?
He's
I don't
clean,
know.
yeah.
he's just food.
Well, he doesn't
right?
swear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what? He fooled me.
Into thinking he was not a clean comedian?
Yeah, into thinking that he could do
Raunchy?
a dirty joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you consider Jeff Foxworthy a clean comedian? I don't think he curses on stage.
No.
He may make some allusions to sex. But
We watched the what was that? The Kings of Comedy tour or whatever.
Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
Blue Collar Comedy. Kings of Comedy is actually a good tour. But yeah, Blue Collar Comedy Tour was rough to watch on a review.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really like it before, but Larry the Cable Guy is gross.
He's so bad. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And all this time I thought he would have been like a stand-up guy.
I saw him as Toe Mater, and I thought, this guy seems like he's probably a good person.
He is very funny as Mater. I did watch Cars again a couple of weeks ago, and I did cry.
What is your life? You play Tetris and watch Cars? I don't like. What do you do?
I've never done either of those things.
You never played Tetris? You never watched Cars?
I think I have played a Game Boy version of Tetris.
It's the original.
Oh, okay.
This has been kind of a standing question for Jake. Is what are you doing? And like, what do you do day to day? Because it's baffling to me. I have no idea what you do day to day.
I play a lot of music now.
Okay, that's good.
It's pretty cool.
That's a good thing.
Putting out fires. Our power went out at Game On today.
Oh, your power went up.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Damn.
So that been dealing with that. Do work. I watched Soul last week, maybe the week before.
The Pixar movie?
Yeah,
Oh, I have seen that.
it's really good. It's so good.
I like it.
It made me cry. I cry a lot at Pixar films.
Hmm.
I cry a lot to media in general.
Do you?
Yeah, it's like the only place that tears come out. Whenever I'm like in a tense situation, like I heard my grandmother died, nothing.
Right.
I watched Lightning McQueen. Spoilers for Cars. I watched Lightning McQueen push the king across the finish line after his wreck at the end of the movie and give up his chances for the Piston Cup.
Yeah.
Bawled like a baby.
Is there a specific thing in movies that makes you cry? Is it like
Probably music cues.
music
I
cues?
bet that's it. If I had to guess.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I not just sad parts, like redeeming parts, happy parts, emotional stakes. That part in BoJack where have you seen BoJack?
Some of it.
Okay, well, there's a part at the end of reference. Okay, well, then never mind that. There's a happy part that made me cry. I cry to a lot of stuff. Just overwhelming emotion in a show. Payoff, I think, is what makes me cry.
Payoff makes you cry.
I think I've told this story on the podcast, but one time I was watching porn, and
Whoa, gross.
in order to
I would never do that.
in order to masturbate and then
In
come
order to
from
masturbate.
from it.
Sometimes you just do it for
Do you,
fun, right?
do you want to go rehash your ratios? Your cum ratio.
Oh yeah, we talked about this for a while last night.
Horrible.
Wait, what?
Oh, that's all different
statistical
conversation.
Oh, cum ratios is not something I'm familiar with.
Okay, well, we'll get to that. But one time I was watching a pornographic film and I was touching my penis, and
As you do.
as one does, and there was the shot, and then they cut to a different shot, and in my mind I was like, that was such good editing, and I nutted right there. I nutted from the cinematography.
Don't ever tell this story again.
That's
even though it's
horrible.
clearly a story that you seek opportunity
I
to
love
tell.
it. It was so interesting. Afterward, I was like, wow, that was earth-shattering.
What was the cut?
I don't remember exactly. I think it had to do with like, it was clearly a different like shot, but the audio synced up perfectly. Like they had clearly adjusted. I don't remember. I couldn't even find the video now.
Not impressive at all.
Yeah, but for porn it is.
You have
For
low standards
porn.
of.
Because I've seen so much bad editing in porn. It's just like lazy. It's just
Gotcha.
It's like
Well,
almost. it's
don't go to Oppenheimer. You'll
sick of-
come like 10 times.
Yeah. Well, I won't be touching myself when I watch Oppenheimer.
You won't have to.
No.
You won't have to.
So
The cinematography is so good, you'll just bust the nut all by yourself.
did you see it?
No. I want to go see it, but it's like all booked out. Like San Antonio, the IMAX is broken. So, it's hard to get tickets.
You live in San Antonio?
No, but everyone's driving down there.
Because they have the IMAX that shows the real like
The film.
Oh.
film ratio thing. I'll probably just see it.
I don't care.
Not on an IMAX.
Yeah, I don't really care either. I'll watch it eventually. I kind of want to watch that and Barbie, but like I just don't go to the movies very much. I've been to like one movie this year. It was Spider-Verse. Kat, have we talked about Spider-Verse? What do you think about Spider-Verse?
I saw the first one.
Okay, the second one's very good.
I do go to the movies semi-regularly, and I saw the new Spider-Verse was playing, and I heard people say it was very good, but I don't like it.
Find out next time on Mouse Out of Wedlock.
You don't like it?
I have a really hard time with any of the superhero franchises, even the ones that I know are good.
This one's way different, I would say. It's very much more of a character piece than a like superhero movie. And the animation's crazy, and I love the animation.
I saw the first one in the theater, which was like, it was new at that point, right? This is another one of it, and like it was good. I remember enjoying it, but I'm also definitely a person that like I have to be kind of held hostage to watch like a kid's movie. Even though I like them,
I wouldn't call it
forced to.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it a kids movie. Kids like it probably, but like I think adults can get a lot of cool stuff out of it. The Gwen stuff was cool.
Look, I'm not gonna get Spider-Verse pilled.
Oh, wow! Copy that.
So stop trying.
Understood.
Do we want to talk about cum ratios?
No.
Okay, well then this has been Mouse Out of Wedlock. It's probably time, right?
Sure, we could go another 5 or so. I think there's some of this early stuff that'll get cut probably, but if you have another topic, I don't really have anything else exactly. I want to talk about X a little bit. We did.
I have something that I learned this week that also I thought of from Mount Everest /
Mount Rushmore.
Right, the same thing. Yeah.
So I was researching a trip to Norway. I might take a trip to Norway in a year. And I learned a little tidbit that in Norway, all land is public land when you're 150 yards or 150 meters outside of somebody's like dwelling.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you set up a house and then you get like a little radius and that's all you got to deal with?
Yeah. And I don't really know what like the land ownership rules are. Like from what I read, it made it sound like you could own like a couple of acres of property, but people are technically allowed to just like camp on it within 150 meters radius.
Are you going to camp on your trip? Is that what you're thinking about?
Yeah. We're going to do like a hiking trip. But then I sent it to the friend who's going to go with me. And I was like, should we readjust to just doing like a tour of people's homes?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you could do that. I wonder if they have like Airbnb or something in other countries like that. Probably not because the government was like, yeah, you can't do that. But
I didn't even, because when I went to, they had Airbnb in like Germany when I was
do they really? I didn't know that.
A long time ago though. Okay. So I bet they've regulated the shit out of it.
Hopefully. And that's kind of like Uber in the United States. Airbnb and Uber just kind of running everything.
Right. Yeah, no, I was just like, America could never, I mean, people seek opportunities to shoot people 150 meters outside their house if it's still their land.
That's true. That is very true. Well, I think the theme of this episode is that we need to get children on the gambling machines quicker.
Yes.
Start extracting capital from the youth. They yearn for the rat casino. And
I yearn for the rat casino.
I also yearn for the rat casino.
We should go to Chuck E. Cheese.
That would be fun. We could do a Mouse Out of Wedlock from Chuck E. Cheese.
We could do that right now.
We could do some beta testing of child luring strategies.
That's right. Yeah. We're going to have a full casino for children. People are going to love it.
But they can win money there?
And no, you can't win money in a real casino either.
I have.
How much?
I'm up in Vegas like $900.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah. The city of Las Vegas has paid me more than I have paid it, which is amazing.
Including like room and board?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Congrats.
Keep gambling. There's surely no way that can turn around.
Every other state that I've gambled in, I'm down.
Yeah.
But only by like $50 to like $100.
Don't you have like?
But in Vegas, I'm up, baby.
We talked about this very early on the show. Don't you like? Aren't you afraid of it?
Yes. I 100% have a gambling addiction that is only controlled by the fact that it is illegal to gamble in Texas.
Man, when the sports books open up, you're gonna be fucked.
I love sports betting. Oh, I went to another FC game.
Oh, okay.
I got free tickets, and we finally went to one where we lost, and it was sad.
Wow.
Are you gonna quit as a fan?
No,
Yeah.
no, I'll never give up. I'm in, and I'd love to bet on it. I've talked about this victory tax. You always bet on the team that you're not rooting for, so that way, if you win, you won. But if you lost, hey, you at least got some money.
That sounds horrible.
No way. It means either outcome's good for you.
Then but you're constantly just like flipping out the entire time at the game, right?
Well, that's what the point of sports is. You're doing that anyway.
Isn't the like core fallacy of like sports or just like gambling in general, if you like conflate emotion with the bet? So you're kind of doing that like as a rule, which is like the opposite of what you should do.
And then your mind is twisted up into this knot of rooting against and for your team at the same time.
No, it'd always be for.
I would play pure money ball.
It's tax because it's victory tax. I pay $25 extra a game, and I say, all right, I'm gonna lose this money because Austin FC is gonna kick ass tonight. But then when we lose, I'm like, well, okay, I got $50 right in my pocket. That's fine, or whatever the numbers are.
What would it look like for you to lose everything?
Ooh,
what does that mean?
It just feels like.
If you went
that different?
If you went off the deep end,
there's no.
If we put you in Vegas and you had a credit card with all of your financial worth, including your belongings, and we would just start selling your belongings to keep that card going, if you needed to dip into it,
wouldn't take that long for me to run through it.
How long?
I estimate
at what stages would you reconsider, or would there be no reconsider?
It's not
straight down to zero.
I've told this story. The first time that I went to Vegas, I went with $300.
Right.
I got myself up to $725, and then instead of quitting like I should have, I kept going, and then I got back down to that $300.
Right.
Then I got down to zero. And at zero, I decided, you know what's a good idea? Let me take $300 out of my student loans that I just got.
That's good.
And then I took that out. And of that 300, I lost like 260 of it. I had like $40 left, 270. I maybe had $30 left.
Okay.
And I kept going. And then I won myself back up to zero. And then I won myself back up to my original 300. And then I went up $30 from there. So I left $30 positive. But after dipping in, I got $300 out of my student loans. And if I had lost it all, I may have pulled more out because I was still there for 2 days. I have a fucking problem.
Yeah,
and it taught me that.
But
it worked. That's the worst part, is that it worked. It's that I proved to myself, no, you can win it back. You can do it. You just got to try.
Yikes,
which is bad.
Yeah.
But as far as my belongings, I don't know. I guess... I know it's an intense hypothetical, but my first thought is it depends on the order of stuff you sold. You know, like if you just did a random grab.
Your bed immediately.
Bed? I got that for free. I don't care.
First item, bed.
That's fine. I sleep on the couch.
No, take the guitars first.
Ooh, guitars. Yep, that's good.
There are like 2 guitars that I would be really hurt if you sold, and a few pieces of excess musical equipment.
Right.
The rest I could imagine myself losing to gambling.
What if we just had a garage sale with all of your clothes?
How much would you sell Harry for?
Ooh. How much would you pawn Bear for?
I'd keep Bear forever.
No, Bear's so sweet.
I don't think I could get enough money for Harry to counter out the insult
the
of me
market's not
selling
right
him.
for Harry right now.
The market's soft for Harry's currently.
Yeah, I don't know. I would sell Harry. Yeah.
Okay.
If someone offered me like $10,000 and then Harry disappeared, I would think about
traffic
it.
someone for far less.
You would.
Yeah. What a close friend. I've known him since I was 7, so gotta leave 5 digits.
I have some friends who I feel like they're asking for a little bit.
How much would you sell?
Hold on.
How much would you sell Xander for?
What do you mean? What's market?
$50?
What's market?
$50? I give you $50 and said, "Wait, I don't understand."
I mean, I pay you to get rid of Xander.
It's like a transfer station disposal fee. Yeah.
I don't know. I can imagine myself losing everything I own to gambling because.
What if you were 6 years old and I said we're going to sell all your parents' things?
I would just be like, well, they'll just get more.
Because that is what we're doing for the Rat Casino is we have the parents sign some contract or whatever. It's whatever your kid loses.
You think it's a boilerplate waiver, but it actually is this.
It's like if your kid goes under, we're selling your shit. We're getting in those bank accounts, parents.
Yeah, you're foreclosing on your house.
Yeah, and we set it up. We convince people. We convince the parents it's like a daycare, and they have their kids dropped off out there, and it's monthly billing cycle. So they stay for a full month, fully gambling away all of their parents' finances, and then they get the bill at the end. And it's in contract. It's in writing. We have a business.
I mean, it'll be easy to get them to sign that contract.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. That's the show.
Night care. They have daycare, but where do your kids go at night when you need someone to watch them?
To
Night
sleep,
care.
to sleep, hopefully, in their beds at their house. Thanks, Jake.
This is a good idea.
Thanks, man. I love that the punch up was night care.
There was no. There's no punch up. This is a new thing I'm suggesting. The new business, night care.
Gotcha.
It's where you send your kids at night after you get them back from daycare.
All right. Well, that's the show. Thank you for listening to Mouse Out of Wedlock.
I did a duty in my pants.
Yeah.
Oh, that was this episode. That feels like so long ago.
Yep. I don't want to do plugs this week. You guys could do plugs if you want.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm looking for a clean pair of underwear as Xander now, though.
Very good.
Check out Roleplay, a band from Austin, Texas. You can find us. We have an Instagram, I think.
Oh my God.
What?
It's at roleplayatx.
He's enlightened now. He's no longer on social
he
media.
doesn't care anymore.
Yeah. He's going to give you a 12-step program here in a couple of weeks on how to get off of Reddit.
Yeah, step 1 is have the internet boycott it and then say, I'll do that too. And then the other 11 steps are just not opening the app. That's the truth. Sometimes truth isn't funny. They say it's funny because it's true, but that's not true for everything. Sometimes you can say a true thing that's just boring.
I'm going to let Jake try to get us out of this episode.
Okay. Thank you so much for listening, fans. Bye.
And we say bye-bye.